I'm joined by Gary Johnson. Gary, congratulations on the win. What a comprehensive victory that was.
Yeah, you could call it that. It was a super performance by the lads. For me, if you put the performance together, the goals will come. And I know we got the first one, and then they got the equaliser. But to be fair, after that, it was all one-way traffic. And we said to the boys in the week, the big thing will be to see if we can get in that danger area more often than we have done previously. And I thought today, with the movement and the running and the getting, people unselfish running, we looked a real unit today and demoralised the football team that were trying to impress their new manager.
How pleased were you with the start to the game when you really had to dig in a little bit?
Well, you've always got to do that, whoever you play, because that's at the point when they're at their fittest and they're most potent, because it's 0-0 and you've got to compete. So therefore, you've got to win your tackles and you've got to win all your bits and pieces. And in the end, you earn the open spaces that we got in the end, and that's by competing early on. Unfortunately, they got their goal to make it 1-0, and to be fair, that only upset the lads, and they picked it up once a little bit more, a few degrees more, and we showed what a quality team we could be at that point, because I know Halifax sort of were a bit demoralised at the time, but you still got to be able to pass it, you still got to be able to run, compete. The goalie still got to make the odd save, which he did. But 7 real quality goals, so very, very proud of them, and I'm pleased for the supporters that have made the journey up here. They've seen some really good goals from their team.
Jack Munns will have enjoyed himself today.
Yeah, he had a great time, and I suppose you can see the spirit of it. He understood that he got a touch from the free kick, and he thought he'd scored, and then he was our penalty taker. He gives the penalty to Munsey so that A, he can get his hat-trick, and B, to give him that sort of goal back. So all's well that ends well. Everybody's happy. I'm pleased Billy came on and got his goal. Varney and Asa came on as well and had a little bit part to play last 20 minutes. I thought we had a few out there that had their best game in a Cheltenham shirt since the league started. I thought, well, listen, if I start mentioning one, I'm going to go right through the team, so I'm not going to. But obviously Munsey will take the plaudits because he was the one that got 3 goals, and he also had a super game.
But as you say, your goalkeeper also had a few saves to make, didn't he?
2. He had a couple of saves to make. Everything else was tidy. It just came into him, and he caught them, and he doesn't spill anything or give the opposition any chances. And now listen, I'd be disappointed if he didn't make a great save every now and again. That's what he does. And even though we've won 7-1, at this level, you've still got to play your part if you're the goalie, and he certainly did that.
So what now for Cheltenham Town? You've come here, you've done the business, you've completed a very comprehensive win after losing last week. So I suppose now this could be the platform to go on and win a few on the spin, hopefully.
Well, it could be, but we'll have to wait and see, won't we? We all get excited about wins like this, and then professional footballers sometimes let you down just when you least expect it. But we know we got that game in us. We know that we do a lot of work on that passing and moving and making space for each other and getting runners in, and it all come off today. And it was 7, and with all due respect, we could have had 2 or 3 more. Maybe they could have had 1 or 2, and could have been 10-3, I suppose. But we certainly bossed the game in the second half, and later on in the first half as well. So, no, listen, I'm going to enjoy the journey home. I said to the boys that normally we have a 15-minute review of the highlights, things that went well, things that didn't go so well. But I said to them that the bad news is we're in Sunday, but the good news is it's going to be a 90-minute review this week, because I want to see it all. every part of them 90 minutes is going to be a highlight, and supporters enjoyed it as well, didn't they? That's really what we're in the game for, and pleased for them.
Was that the perfect late birthday present for you?
Yeah, I could have done with it on my birthday last week, but better late than never.
Hope you enjoyed it, and all the best.
Thank you very much, appreciate it.
Gary, do you think you've sent out a message to all the other teams at the top today?
Well,
Does Egler look at 7 and think, blimey?
Yeah, well, it's up to them how they look at it. I mean, I think Halifax's record at home's not been too bad. It's certainly not been a disaster. And they did start off, we thought, I said to the boys when we watched the Halifax review on their last few games, they looked decent. And I said, if you let them play, they're going to get in amongst them. And but you know, we took the early storm, didn't we? And from then on, it was only us in it. So I don't know how the others are going to take it. I think the results went for us, from what I hear, near enough anyway. And we certainly putting the gauntlet down, that's for sure.
Yeah, and you mentioned Thursday the importance of goal difference. Now I think you're 5-6 ahead of all the other teams up there, so that could be worth a hell of a lot.
Well,
come
it could be,
season.
and I don't know if you could hear me screaming from here. That's why I've lost my voice a little bit. I wasn't taking the mickey out the opposition. I just know that when you get these opportunities, you've got to take them, and you don't want to be just 4 if it can be 7, if you know what I mean. You know, so you've got to keep going for it, because who knows, you know. And also, I was pleased that I want people to score the goals. I wanted Billy to get a goal. That's why I give him that last 20 minutes. So, you know, I want the 2 strikers to be scoring goals. I want everybody to be around about the Christmas time up there, so that we're in a confident mood and mode, so that we can, you know, obviously compete for that top spot as soon as we can.
So, thank you.